Well, the terrible two are going at it. Let me just do one small fact check that apparently Nora is now stating her opinion on streets, and we'll do that in another video. So she's no longer totally neutral there. And as usual, it was not very clear, but that's Nora. So please consider supporting this channel via channel memberships or however you like. Please also consider looking at my other channels if you can. Thank you very much. So Aaron put up this recently, even by his standards, laughable video where he's complaining that Nora issued a copyright strike. I'm not going to go through the full background, but their whole stance on copyright and censorship is so absurd and authoritarian and frankly Hitler-esque that it's like, huh? You're complaining about censorship? Oh, and Aaron went even further, saying this is a campaign of harassment. That's right. Nora's chasing after his beautiful, sexy body. Right. Right. So the copyright strike is real. He showed it, and he's getting all kind of upset and crying about what I don't know. So Nora gave a little bit extra information, and let's be clear, Nora will lie to you. So the way I understood it is this: that there was an interview with Catherine, right? Kate. She doesn't matter. She's just being a pawn. So the interview was technically, yes, on Aaron's channel, but Nora set it up. Nora was late to the interview, and Aaron's trying to be like, I did the interview. She was late. And the way Nora tells it, she was setting up the interview, and Aaron basically stole it. Like, she proposed the idea, she's getting it all set up, doing all the hard work. But then Aaron's like, let's do it on my channel. And Nora's like, all right, whatever, fine. Now, let's be very clear. Nora's not doing anything for free. She was getting promotion from Aaron. She likes to do this revisionist story that, Aaron gave me nothing. You got money from the SPT Foundation. Your mother got money from the SPT Foundation. You're not innocent. You're not an angel. Stop lying. But anyway, so yeah, Nora got a little bit of money, a little promotion, and she was upset she wasn't getting more money in promotion, and that's why they parted ways. So anyway, so Aaron is trying to convince the YouTube, and was a hilarious section of his video. He literally, I'm not joking, for 5 to 6 minutes was fumbling with his microphone. I am not joking with you. Like his chat was telling him, we can't hear you. And yes, this is real. He said, is this Osa? Is this Osa in my chats again? Is this real? So we had to beg his moderator, like, is this real? Can you not hear? And yes, it was real. He had problems with I could hear him, but I guess his actual chat could not hear him. Like, that's pretty weird. So yeah, his microphone was really off. He usually has a very specific way he talks with the microphone when he's on the video. It's very monotone. So you will notice when it's off, like if there's an echo or like, wait, you sound a little too low or too loud. So yeah, definitely something was weird with the microphone. It took him a long time to get situated. Anyway, that was a weird fumbling mess. And he was that stupid that Osa was trying to convince him, like a psychological operation. Aaron, we can't hear you. Oh, it's the Osa. My microphone. No. Yeah, he's a bit of an idiot. Anyway, so the claim is really over, well, who made the video? And Aaron's, lying because Nora did play a role in making the video. In fact, you're like, well, to do the copyright strike, they'd have to have something, right? Because what are they going to report to YouTube, right? So presumably YouTube recognized it as her video. They're saying, okay, well, I guess it's your video. And now she's like, here's a strike. Now, I will give Aaron one point, because I'm not going to give him the point he thinks he's making, saying, oh God, that's silencing. Because in another video, Aaron, and let's be fair, a lot of people do think this, they're stupid, they think that the First Amendment is limited to the governments. Like, free speech, guys, that's governments. I'm not governments, guys. I can do what I please on. No, Aaron, you can't just please what you do on YouTube. For instance, if you do a terrorist threat on YouTube, that is illegal. And the CIA, yeah, they're probably going to visit your door and be like, wait, what's going on here? So yeah, free speech is very regulated in many different places, not just in the governments. I mean, I get it. I do feel sorry for Aaron. He didn't have really good education, but it's been like 20 years. Maybe read a few books. So he can't defend himself on the grounds of free speech because he doesn't care about free speech. Neither does Nora. They're both very authoritarian. Got to be honest, it's very Hitler babies. They just will censor you at a drop of the hat. Now, I've been having issues with copyright strikes from Aaron. Yeah. The YouTuber was like, yes, it's from him. Like, really? Really? So he's in my book gone from just the usual, which is, it's YouTube. There's a lot of, monsters and grifters. It is what it is. It's like, it's a dirty business. I can't deny I'm a little corrupt because once you get into it, you get a little corrupt. But we've gone from just typical YouTube monster, abusive persona, kind of an idiot, to just full outright dictator, control, like narcissist, crazy guy. So yeah, he's up the scale in terms of how evil he is in my book. But that's just me. Now, in terms of the legal facts, I guess he's going to try to appeal to YouTube and say, "Well, no, it's my videos because it's on my channels." But that doesn't really cut mustard. I mean, I think the best, and again, I don't like Aaron, would be that it's a co-production. Namely, he produced the video and she produced the video. Therefore, they both have a claim to the video. And presumably it nullifies itself because it's like, well, it's 50-50. However, if Nora can show to YouTube that, well, it's more like 65%, 35%. The fact that it's hosted on a certain channel would be meaningless. The question would be, well, who has the property, right? If you convince a studio, I mean, it's never going to happen, but if you tell a studio, hey, can I play the Star Wars on my channel for free? And they're like, that would never happen, but they're like, yeah, sure. If you get permission, right, legal letter and everything saying, yes, we allow this channel to stream for free Rise of Skywalker or whatever, Attack of the Clones, they can do that. You can do that. It doesn't matter that it's on a YouTube channel. That does not matter. What matters is who has the ownership rights, right? That's the dispute in the first place. Who has the ownership rights to, quote, the images, property, so on and so forth. And Aaron is making a lot out of this when he goes against Nora and other channels, saying, that's my properties. How dare you? This is the beauty of capitalisms. Well, no, Aaron doesn't even believe in capitalism because he's a thief. Like, he's been caught red-handed many times just stealing content and even ideas. He wholesale steals ideas. It's been shown. It's been documented. So, yeah, this guy doesn't even believe in intellectual property. He just doesn't believe in that stuff. So, at the end of the day, I hope Nora wins and the strike continues because, we're at the level that it's no longer Mr. Nice Guy. Aaron is very much being very abusive, censoring people left and right if they say anything about him, even if it's true and factual, even if it's totally true and factual, he will still get angry and try to get rid of the information and violate policies all over the place, like Reddit, YouTube. He doesn't care. He doesn't care about terms of services. So there's really no principle behind it. However, YouTube is mainly an automated system, so it's really a computer you're going to face. So one thing, stupid, like doing 60 minutes of rambling with your microphone, the computer's going to be confused. They're gonna be like, what the hell is this stuff? Get to your point. And his main point is he's arguing the video is all his. And listen, and I don't like Nora saying, and she even admitted in her video, she didn't do that. What she said is, I'm doing what you did to me, which is kind of problematic because Nora was arguing before that, no, it's my videos. But the claim would be, which is what Aaron is presupposing, that I have a right to do the copyright strike under the YouTubes. Now, I don't think that's true, but apparently the YouTube agrees. So what Nora said is, I'm going to do what you did to me, to you, which is, by the right of the power of the YouTube, I strike you. That's all she admitted to, saying, yes, I used the YouTube to strike you. Now, I argued in another case, Nora is being, well, fascistic, which is true. And she's doing the same thing here, too. However, this is a little bit more tricky. Whether I like Nora or don't like Nora, this may be, again, it's cynical, but it may be a legitimate use of the YouTube channel. Now, granted, this is not what the system is set up for, ideally. It's meant to be legitimate disputes over copyright, not this petty back and forth between two, well, frankly, psychopaths. However, at the end of the day, it's what the computer, because it's rarely going to be a human person with YouTube. It's mostly going to be computers and automated systems. And if the automated system recognized in the first place she has a property right, I don't see what Aaron's doing. I mean, he's just going to have to bear the strikes. The problem is not this. The problem is in the future, right? That's what he's really worried about, is that Nora's not going to stop, which is true. She's probably going to find other videos or other places where the copyright is questionable and strike his channel. And what's going to happen at the end of the day? Let's worst case scenario, right? Which Aaron confronted, saying, well, what happens if you do get too many strikes? The channel can be brought back, but basically he would just suffer a loss of income, right? So at the very worst, let's say next month, the channel goes away. have to appeal to YouTube. I mean, ideally, he won't get the channel back, but he could. It might take a couple months. So for about 2 months, we might have peace and justice, and he won't be making a lot of money on YouTube. It would also probably hurt him a lot in the algorithm, because if you're gone for 2 months, yeah, YouTube is very ruthless. Like, if you don't keep producing content to get views, like over and over again, you have to be very consistent. I've learned this. You just gotta be consistent. Keep putting out content. Even if it gets very few views, you gotta be consistent. The algorithm is ruthless there. So it would really hurt the channel. Like, he would literally have almost zero growth if he came back. And that's the way it goes. It's this very tough system, which is ironic, and he knows that, but he's still striking channels just for telling the truth. So yeah, him doing his man boob crying, I'm not very convinced. I'm not very moved. He's been acting really awful lately and for a long time. So who is he appealing to? His hardcore fans, I guess. But legally, I don't think he's on strong ground. So I think YouTube should get rid of his channel, and I'm sure Nora's actively working towards that. Is she violating the terms of services? Not with this particular video. She is doing some shady things elsewhere, and I'd have to be forced to defend Aaron on the facts there. But no, with this one, I mean, it's cynical, but I think it's legit. So Aaron can do all the crying into the microphone he likes, but it does seem like Nora has him, and she's exploiting that advantage to the fullest, good or bad.